So you bought a Wrangler and you're like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna go camping every weekend. It's gonna be the best. And then you realize there's not a lot of space in here. And on top of that, once you put everything in bins, it's hard to get to stuff. So we got a solution. We've got this tailgate rear MOLLE panel. It allows you to organize some of your crucial gear so you can get to it quick without having to dig through the back of your Jeep, dig out all your camping stuff just so that you can get to your tow strap. So anyways, let's get this installed. So when you open up your package, you're gonna have this tailgate MOLLE panel, and then you're also gonna have a bolt pack, which is gonna have 4 spacers and 4 screws. What you're gonna see is you're gonna have 2 larger spacers and 2 smaller spacers. I'll show you where these go. Let's start the install. The first thing we're gonna do is take out this insert. I'm gonna use a trim removing tool like this, but you can use a flathead screwdriver. You're just gonna kind of push in here and pop it out. You're gonna see that there's little clips across the top and bottom, and that's gonna come out like that. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be actually installing using these pre-threaded embossings right here. So on the back side of here, we're gonna drill through here and here for our smaller spacers to go through. So a 1/2-inch drill bit, that'll drill you right through here. So let's get that done. We're gonna drill right through these pockets. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a stepper bit. I'm a huge fan of stepper bits. You can use a 1/2-inch drill bit too. Stepper bits are preferable method, but you're basically just gonna line it up down the middle of this thing and you're gonna go ahead and drill it through. Like so. I'm gonna flip it over and I'm just gonna go from this direction so it looks a little nicer. And I'm gonna go all the way to 1/2 inch, like so. Do the same on the other side. All right, so now we're gonna use the shorter spacers, and they're actually just gonna push in to this hole like this. And you're gonna push it all the way up to the front, like so. Like so. And now we're going to reinstall this piece. With the panel in 2 screws, we're gonna go ahead and get it started. You're gonna see these little ears. Those are where we're gonna be going through to get into this spacer and then into those threads. So we'll go ahead and put that into place. We're gonna use a 3/16 Allen to go ahead and snug these up. So we're gonna drill here and then on this little dog egg here. Like that. We're gonna pull the panel back off and we're gonna finish up installing our spacers and drilling down here at the bottom. Now that we have the MOLLE panel off, you're gonna see the holes that we pilot drilled through. What we have is on the inside, we actually have embossments in here that have threads as well, just like the top. So we're gonna use a 5/8 drill bit or a stepper bit that goes up to 5/8, and we're gonna drill these out so that we can fit our spacers in. So let's go ahead and get that done. Whee! Now you're gonna grab the MOLLE panel again, using 2 screws. We'll go ahead and get them started on the top. Then we'll take the other 2 and we'll get those started on the bottom. .3/16 Allen. We'll go ahead and get all these started and snug them down. Hey, do you guys make that for a JK? Yes, we do, random Instagram user who cannot do research or go to websites. We do make it. Now I'm gonna show you how to install it. So when you open up your package for your JK, you're gonna have a rear panel, just like that, and an install kit, which is gonna have spacers and self-drilling screws. Yes, you are gonna have to drill into this tailgate because as you can see, there are no pre-existing spots for us to mount this to, but it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna use a 5/16 socket for our self-drillers. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna locate these little pinch welds right here, and I'm gonna come 3 in. So 1, 2, 3, which is right here, and I'm going to go ahead and go right in the center of that thing and go ahead and get this going. And just as the threads start to go, you're going to pull it back out. Get rid of your shavings. We're going to grab a spacer and the screw, and we're going to put that through the panel and put the panel up into place here. Screw, panel, spacer. Go ahead and put that up there like so. Grab your wrench, socket, whatever. Tighten this up a little bit. Don't go crazy, leave it loose. So using the spacer, I'm going to go ahead and put the spacer in right now on this back top hole. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the screw through here. Then I'm going to push it all up against the tailgate like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually eyeball down this line right here and make sure it's square, level, and straight. If you want, you can actually put a level on here. Just be careful, because if your Jeep's not level and you open the tailgate, you may not actually be showing level. We just want to make sure that we're square here and here. You can use a tape measure across there. Since it's not my Jeep, I'm just going to send it. Go ahead and use this and go ahead and get started. Go ahead and just get it started and then leave it loose. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom now. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this. We're going to do it for this hole and this hole. Same procedure. Go ahead and put your spacer in, put your screw in, and drill it into place. Okay, so all four of those are loose. So this is the last one right here, and you see you're going to want to put one there as well. The thing is, you're going to want to pre-drill this because we're kind of on this radius, and what can happen is if you run the self-driller in, it'll go through the first level, and before it reaches into the second one, this can start walking and it'll actually tear the first layer of metal, which is not what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill this out. I'm using a 3/16 bit. You just need something that's going to be about the same size as this pre-driller, just to give something so that the screw can go in quickly once it's ready to go. Okay, last spacer, last screw. All right, so now everything's in. Go ahead and tighten them down. Hey, wait, before you post in the comments, well, what about the TJ? Guys, we make it for the TJ too. Now let's install this one. Okay, so now we got the panel. We're gonna put it up on the tailgate and we're gonna mark it to drill it. Yes, you have to drill. Sorry guys, it's just the way it works. There's no mounting locations on here. This is the only way you're gonna attach this on. It's not a big deal though, super easy. I'll show you how to do it. So I have a Sharpie. I'm going to mark the 4 holes, here, 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 and here, on the tailgate, and then I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill those. What I'm going to do is I'm going to line this edge up with the edge of this vent right here, and then from here, I'm going to push this up to where this hole is off of this little step right here. Nothing hard. Just going to go ahead and put that in place and get that done. .5/16 head on the socket here. So we're going to go ahead and pre-drill this one. We're going to take it all the way in to where it starts to thread, and then we're going to back it out. Hey, where are you going, tailgate? Go ahead and pull that out. We're going to do the same thing on this side on the top. Then we'll put the MOLLE panel in place and we can drill the bottom. Using the spacers and the screws, I'm going to go ahead and put a screw through out here. And then a spacer on the inside, like so. Go ahead and put that in the hole we drilled there. Start the screw. Same thing on this end. Spacer and screw. And go ahead and get that started. I'm gonna grab my drill, I'm gonna run these in, I'm gonna leave them loose, but I'm gonna get them started. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start down here. Spacer and a screw, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull the spacer in now, screw through there, like so. Grab my drill. There you go. That's how you install our tailgate MOLLE panels on all the Wranglers except for the YJ. And I don't have one for the YJ. So now that you have the rear MOLLE panel installed, you can kind of see that you have all kind of endless configurations to store your stuff in a very organized way. So whether you want to put first aid kits on here, pouches to hold gear, you want to tie your tow strap on here, whether you want to use a collapsible shovel, you can mount it on here using these quick fist locations, fire extinguishers, on and on and on. Tons of options. It's a great way to organize it. So check us out online and give us a call if you have any questions. 269-353-1184. If you want, you can email us at info@JcrOffroad.com, and we hope to see you guys out on the trail.